All right, we are live. Back at it. Hello, everyone.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Jamil, you can't hear you, bud. Yeah, thank you for joining us in our brand new installment. I think for now we're going to call it Municibid Mondays Live until we come up with a better name. So hopefully we'll see. We'll see if that sticks or not. We're taking the momentum that we have from our 20 Days of Municibid and bringing it over to a new live stream format. Although I think we're going to have to pick a new intro song. I was falling asleep listening to it.
Yeah, I was going to say, where'd Tyler go?
Well, I think I was kind of giving myself a break from hearing it. And maybe our viewers. I think we kind of really played that one out, but maybe we'll see. In the one video, one of our video editors did, he removed the vocals, which I thought it actually sounded kind of cool too. So maybe we'll try that. Well, it's an experiment, so we'll have to see how it plays out. But yeah, so we're doing a whole new version of the live streams that we were doing all through the 20 Days of Municibid over the past month, which was a lot of fun. It was great connecting with so many new people, and people seem to enjoy it. And so we're gonna continue with it every Monday at noon Eastern. And the format's going to be a little different because one, it's not we're finished with the 20 Days of Municibid. We celebrated our 20th anniversary on Friday. That episode was a lot of fun, so be sure to check that out on YouTube. And by the way, if you're not following us on our socials, please do that. We're at Municibid everywhere, and especially on YouTube. Make sure that you like and follow, and then there's a little bell icon that you can click, and that allows you to be notified when we are live. So we're planning right now for every Monday at noon Eastern. We're going to continue the momentum that we've built up through the 20 Days of Municibid. So, but yeah, the format for this is going to be slightly different. We want to share a bit more about what's going on at Municibid, and kind of give you a little bit of a heads up as to who's selling, what they're selling. Some interesting items. So continue with all the new features that we've been able to release over the past month, which was quite a bit. But we're always rolling out new features, so we'll have those updates. And yeah, just kind of give you a general scope of all the things that are kind of happening at Municibid. So we have a lot of different ideas for it, and there's going to be some trial and error with this to see kind of what people are interested in hearing about. So if you do have comments or suggestions, please let us know. We're always open to hearing them. So,
yeah, and you can ask those comments here on the live chat, but also knowing that we're doing this every single Monday, if there are things midweek that you have questions about or leading up to these events, please feel free to ask them in advance. You can shoot them over to our live chat on our website. You could send an email to team@municibid.com. So please do get in touch with us, and we'd be happy to field those in advance and make sure that we have an opportunity to really take the time to address some of the things that you're thinking about.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun to continue on. I mean, all the connections that we made because of the live stream was really nice. And again, people seem to enjoy it. And so the idea here is we have a podcast that you can find on wherever you listen to podcasts. But we kind of wanted to switch up the format of it and make it a little bit more live. So we might consider just kind of making this the podcast, or kind of depending on how it goes, we might put out a shorter edited version of this. So we're kind of just recording our podcast live, and then maybe we'll edit it down. So just to get to the meat of things, as just for the podcast itself. But yeah, I mean, this again, like I said, this is all kind of trial and error at this point. We're, figuring out, but we wanted to keep the momentum going. So here we are. We're excited to be back, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And we've learned a lot about live streaming, which is pretty cool. And so, yeah, we're really enjoying it. And we'll see what kind of audience we get live. especially now that we're not giving away prizes every day. We'll see the difference, but yeah. So yeah, excited to be back and doing this live again. So I
For
thought,
sure.
yeah. So I thought maybe to start, we would kind of go back and look at all of the features that we launched during the 20 Days of Municipid, which was quite a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so many different features, and that's just a big shout out to our development team who's worked night and day to get these features out during the 20 days. And yeah, it's been quite the month for sure. So let me kind of pull up. I'll kind of go in order from what we announced. The very first announcement was on our day 20, the first day of the 20 Days of Municipid back on April 20th, which was our Municibid Chrome extension that we're calling the Municibid Auction Assistant, which we'll leave a link in the comments and in the show notes so that you can directly access this. But you can just search for Municibid Auction Assistant or Municibid Chrome extension, and that'll take you to this page, which is the official Chrome web store page. And here you can watch a video. Unfortunately, due to limitations with our streaming provider, we can't actually show the demo. So you can see up in the corner here, I have the extension installed, but unfortunately, when I click on it, you can't see the actual screen on this. So I recommend just coming here, watching the video. The video is a full explainer of everything that the app does. And then you could just kind of take a look at the screenshots as well, and that'll kind of give you an idea. But basically, the whole point of the Chrome extension was just to have a really easy way for you to follow items with the alerts. So on any auction page, all you have to do is right click on an item, and you'll see the option for set alert for this auction. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see when I right click? I can't see both windows.
Yeah, I don't believe we can.
Oh, we don't see the right click.
Yeah.
No, okay. So unfortunately, yeah. So basically, what you'll do is you just right click on any auction item, and you'll see a little option to follow this item, and it just makes it very easy to add items that you're interested in, and then you'll get a little notification of the items you're following, and then when there's an item that is ending within 24 hours, you'll see a gold highlight around that. So that's what that is. The nearby allows you to search by zip code or your current location, and it'll find auction items near you, and you could set the radius to however up to 500 miles. So that's a really nice feature. The scouts is really nice. So any search that you do or any browse page that you're on, so if you're in automotive category or automotive and in New Jersey, let's say, you can right click on that page and set this as a scout, and that way anytime any items that match your search queries come up, you can be notified of when those items are available, which is helpful. And then there's a setting screen that you can adjust certain settings as far as when you want to be alerted when those items are closing. So yeah, it's super helpful. Lots of people are using it. If you're a regular user of Municibid, I highly recommend installing it and giving it a try. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, and I think that we've discussed this over the past 2 weeks, but a lot of what we spent time planning and determining what we wanted to build for this rollout of these features was really sort of enticed by customer feedback, and one of the things that we hear from a lot of buyers all the time is, hey, I'm looking for this. I know that you guys deal in surplus, so inventory can change by the minute, daily, but how do I get more organized around it to make sure that I have the ability to compete and buy something? And a lot of these features are directly a result of feedback that we get from our customers. So please keep that feedback coming, and as you use these tools, please don't hesitate to share feedback about what you'd like to see the next iteration of them become, or maybe something we could have included or can do better.
Yeah, definitely. We always love hearing feedback.
Also, Greg, real quick, Jackie's stuck backstage.
Oh, sorry, Jackie. There you are. Sorry, Jackie. Welcome.
Sorry, Jackie.
I swear I thought I just got the boot and you guys just didn't want me here because I've been back for like 10 minutes messaging all of you. And then I went to Facebook and commented.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
that's what I just saw.
I'm here.
That's funny.
My
Let me in.
Well, our first flub of the new version of the live stream.
Well, I wanted to tell you while you guys were talking about features, one I've been noticing today, which I think is fantastic. There's pop-ups every time I am in a seller's account saying new bid received, and I think that's really cool.
Well, all right, you're spilling the beans.
Oh,
gosh,
sorry.
Jackie. You jumped the gun.
Flub two.
Figured if I was
That surprise is out of the bag.
Yeah, well, all right, guys. Jeez. You can tell we're all very excited about our new features here.
We are.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Municibid Chrome extension, if you haven't installed it, please go ahead and install that, especially if you're a regular user of Municibid, or you're just kind of interested in specific items and you can be notified, when those items become available very easily. And by the way, you don't even need to have an account with Municibid to do this. You can be logged out. You don't need to be logged in to be able to take advantage of the Chrome extension. So we will leave a copy. We already did. Oh, good. So yeah, the link is in the chat, and we will be sure to update the show notes that with all of the links that we share today, which we have a lot to share. So kind of moving on, so that was our first feature. The second feature is the light and dark mode. So you'll notice now on Municibid, when you go to Municibid, you'll see this little sun icon. So what we have is, and be careful here, close your eyes maybe. We have the white mode, the light mode, and the dark mode. So and then also a system mode, which will just kind of follow the system that you have available. So if you have dark mode set as your default, it will show you in dark mode. And then if you have light mode, it will show you in light mode. But if you want to switch it, you just go ahead and switch it by clicking this icon, and it really looks nice. I'm a big fan of the dark mode. I think it's just easier on the eyes. But people have different preferences, so that's why we decided to go ahead and make that. I'm going to come back to the personalization that we also launched that same day. And yeah, I'll come back to that in a minute. Then we had our Maps Day, where we launched a number of new features with respect to maps. So including this dedicated map, which you can find using this icon at the top screen, little map icon, or municibid.com/map. And that will show you all of the auctions by seller that have auctions live. So the yellow are items that are closing within 24 hours, and the blue is based on on a seller that has live auctions. The bigger the circle, the more auctions that particular seller has. So you can really you can kind of dive in to see where you're located and see what auction items are around you. And then we have all the various auction items here, so you can kind of just browse, and when you click on it, it will take you to where that item is located. So that's really a handy feature that we think, well, we know based on the feedback that we got, that people really enjoy that. In addition, if we go to one of these vehicles, let's say we go to the listing page, we have a new map at the bottom of the page that shows you where the item is located, and then other active listings near that particular item. So you can, kind of see what else is around, and maybe you want to kind of kill two birds with one stone by getting winning an auction here and then winning an auction by one of their neighbors. So
I think the get directions button is so fantastic.
yes, that will open up
where bidders
Chrome or a Google Map.
Yeah. It's happened many times in the past where bidders have won something and then we're like, oh, this is the wrong Springfield Township. I thought it was the one near me.
Yes.
And it's not. So I think it's so great that the map shows exactly where it is, get directions, make it easy. I think it's great. I think it'll cut down on things like that happening.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
So that's been the map before was okay. It had some issues and we got those issues resolved. That map just looks better and includes the other listings. So yeah, we're really happy with that as well.
Yeah.
So
I love,
also
one of our buyers have kind of mentioned that, they love the get directions feature because, so much of what we sell is picked up in person. And then also, things that change in the market and that we can't control. For example, I had a buyer talking to us about, this is just a great feature given the increase in gas prices. So it's really nice to be able for us to have a door-to-door sort of idea of what our opportunity cost is to get there if we win this. So we always think about just things to help not just you logistically, but help you manage your pocketbooks and your budgets while you're placing bids, so you can be informed the whole process and the entire way to make the right decisions for yourself and the best decisions.
And then on the same day, we launched the bid timeline, which is available on every auction page. And it's just a nice visual representation of when bids were placed. So it gives you an idea of kind of, the activity over the course of the auction, which is really nice. And, this one is kind of a perfect example of what happens. This 2021 Ford Interceptor is closing today. And you can kind of see, typically what happens with an auction is there's a couple bids in the beginning and then it gets all the way to the end. And then there's more bids all the way at the end. And that's a typical scenario. So yeah, it's just a nice visual way to understand the bidding activity over time. And you can kind of just follow, what the bids are by just kind of moving your mouse over the items. So you can kind of get an idea. So, and then also the stats, the number of bids, the price increase over time, the duration and number of bidders. So yeah, just trying to make as much information available to all of our users as possible.
We have a question on Instagram from Lee. He says, can you work with your sellers to start allowing third-party pickup? A lot of the vehicles that we buy are from out of state, and we need a transporter to pick them up. Thank you.
Yes. I'm sorry. What was the name?
Lee.
Yes. Thank you for the question. You actually can use third-party logistics providers. So if you're running into a seller that is saying that's not the case, please let us know and we will work with them to help them understand that this is a common thing. So we have buyers using third-party transportation companies all the time. So if you have a particular selling agency that's telling you that that's not possible, please let us know. Please contact us at support, and we will get in touch with that seller. So I really appreciate you letting us know and asking that question. But yes, that is available. All right, let me switch out of here for a second. I need to log in, so I'm gonna just log in as our test account, so I can show you some of the other features. All right. So in your if you're this does require you to be logged in. So once you're logged in and you go to My Municibid and click on dashboard, this will take you to our new dashboard, which also includes a map. of items and so forth. But we launched on May 11th. We launched our new watch page that has all of the items that you're watching, which is extremely helpful to see kind of where they stand and when they're closing, and just kind of gives you a really nice picture of just the current status. So you can go ahead and view the item. You can go ahead and delete it if you're no longer interested. But you can also switch to the map view just so you can see where the items are that you're bidding on or watching, excuse me. And so, this will kind of give you, and again, when it's yellow or gold, that's when it just closes in 24 hours. So that you can also look at just a real quick list, how many are active, one that's closing, and then 17 completed, which you can also view here. So if you wanted to look at what you were watching before, you can just click on that and see, maybe you're watching it and you might have missed it, but you wanted to see what it sold for. It's an easy way for you to go back and look at the items that you were watching to see what they sold for. And then, of course, you can just remove all of the ones that are ended if you don't want them in your list anymore. So that's a really nice feature, a really helpful feature to have as well. Again, especially if you're a regular user of Municibid, or you're just kind of interested, you spot an item on Municibid and you have no intention of bidding on it, but you're just curious to see what it sells for. This is a great way to find find out, so that you don't have to kind of remember to go back later. So yes, really helpful to have.
Absolutely.
We also added Municibid metrics, and this was this is a constantly evolving feature, so we're going to be adding a lot more data to this, but it allows you to look at your bidding history, and if you're with a selling agency, it allows you to sell or get your seller data as well. So, but from a bidder perspective, you can look at a bunch of different types of data, and you can look at it in whatever time frame you want. So we have a couple pre-selected options all time this year, last 90 days, last 30 days, and then the ability to put in a custom date. So if you just kind of wanted to look at like maybe last year or like third quarter of last year, for example, you can change these dates here. And so that's really nice to have. And then the bidder activity shows you what items you've bid on in the last 30 days, the number of auction items you won, their total won. And now, again, this is a test account, so it's not really would be an accurate thing unless you won 23 very inexpensive items. And then the categories that you bid on, and that would be, maybe it's a toy airplane you won. Well, you won 3 toy airplanes, but yeah. So, and it just gives you a quick shot of what what categories that you're bidding on and so forth. So, again, we're going to be adding a lot more to this as we go along. But yeah, super helpful. And if you have any ideas or data that you want to see, again, please let us know, and we will do our best to accommodate.
Yeah, I mean, for us, whether you're a seller or you're a buyer, we realize that sometimes sellers are selling across multiple departments using a singular account, or a lot of our buyers also happen to be small businesses. A lot of the data that you were used to seeing in here before, and all those abilities to search and export that data still exist. We're just thinking of new, exciting, useful, and better ways to visualize and present that along the way. So this will be definitely an ongoing pursuit on our end, but we just want to make it more pleasant, easier to interact with, and easier to digest as we continue to grow out the metrics platform.
Yeah, exactly. And getting back to the personalization updates we announced on April 27th, this is really nice. So when you're logged in, the homepage is personalized specifically to you. So you'll see any auctions that you're bidding on right up top. So you have that quickly available. Any auction items that you're watching, and then items that are recommended for you based on the categories you viewed, items you're watching, items you've bid on, and this will kind of give you suggestions that are in your line of interest. And so that's really nice to have. And again, people seem to be really happy with this because it just saves them time from kind of looking around. And then of course we also have the auctions ending soon, and popular auctions and newly listed auctions kind of right on the homepage. But we wanted to really highlight the items that you're probably most likely to be interested in addition to what you're actually bidding on and the items that you're watching. So hopefully you find that useful. And by the way, you can watch any item just by clicking on the little star, and that will add this to your watch list automatically. So it's really nice. So you will have to refresh the page once you're actually, yeah. So that will add that there. So maybe we can get that working in real time. But yeah, so that's a really handy feature. The next is our search, which is completely updated. So now you can just kind of search for things that you're, interested in, but you can just search using plain language. You don't have to like try to, sort of guess the keywords and that sort of thing. You can just kind of search Municibid like you talk, just like it says. So, and then we give you some any recent searches that you have, it will show up here, but you can also save searches. So if we look at let's say cars in PA, for example. Oops. This will bring back some cars in PA, and then it'll extend out if there's any other items that are close by, just to give you an idea. Yeah, and then you can save this search here, and then when you go back to search again, it will show up as a saved search here. So that's helpful, and it'll still show you your recent searches. You can always go into the advanced search as well, and this has been an updated. So if you've used our advanced search before, you'll notice this has a new look, and it's just more organized and just kind of more helpful. So you can kind of just set your settings here, which is really helpful as well. And then then the search page is really nice. It includes the map again, and just kind of real quick view of the item. So you don't really even have to go to every single auction page. It shows you the number of bids, the time left, the current bid, obviously where it's located. And yeah, it's just a really nice way to show it. You can also change the view. So you can just see the map, or if you want, you can just see the list, which is really nice. And then also you can look at completed or all as well. So the completed might take a while because it's pulling quite a bit of data back. So just a fair warning for that. And that's the same as if you were gonna do the advanced search. So yeah, it's gonna bring back quite a bit of data. So we don't have to wait for that.
Yeah.
We'll probably add a calendar view for completed items. That way you don't have to wait for it to load every single auction that is completed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be a nice feature to add. So yeah, so that brings us up to, I think we kind of covered that. And then we had two really big announcements on May 14th, last Thursday, which we covered our AI tools that are available. And we currently have an open AI. So if you use ChatGPT, we have what's called a GPT available right now. So if you go to, let me see if I can just perhaps share this. I'm not sure. I think I have to log in. Yeah, I'll have to log in to show it to you. But anyway, it's very nice. So if you go in, if you're a ChatGPT user and you go into their GPT store and search for Municibid, you will see the Municibid GPT, which allows you to basically search Municibid from right within ChatGPT, which is really nice. So you can look at search on any items in any location. You can get kind of previously closed items. If you have a specific let's say a year, make, and model in mind, you can kind of get the average sale price for a particular time frame. So let's say you're looking for, let's say a 2020 Ford F-150. You can see, you can ask it, hey, show me 2020 Ford F-150s that closed in the last year and give me the average price, and it will do that. So it's really nice. And then we are awaiting approval for the official Municibid ChatGPT app. Hopefully we'll hear something soon. There's a long backlog at OpenAI for these apps. So we're in there somewhere. We have no idea when it's going to be live, but we will certainly let everyone know when that's possible. And that is a lot more of a direct sort of integration that brings back what you're seeing here, the images, and it's just a much more comprehensive and nicer experience as opposed to just like a text. So when you use the ChatGPT custom GPT that we built, it will kind of more look like this versus just kind of a full experience with the images that you're seeing here. So it's a really nice feature, especially if you're using ChatGPT quite a bit. And then we have the same thing coming out for Claude as well. And, again, we're sort of at the mercy of their timelines for when this is going to be available, but we've submitted it quite a while ago, and we're just kind of waiting to hear when that happens.
Yeah.
And again, the kind of the point is we want to do as much as possible to make the public aware that these governments have these items for sale, and we want to make Municibid available in as many places as possible so that you can easily access it wherever you are. And so definitely happy with that. We're going to be launching some other features where AI will be helpful directly on Municibid for getting item information and kind of using it the same way that I just showed you here. So that's really exciting for us. We're doing a lot. If you want to check out more about what we're doing with AI, we have that episode, which was last Thursday, that we can link to, but you can find it on YouTube. It's day 2 of the Municibid, the 20 Days of Municibid. So definitely check that out. We'll link to that as well. And then Friday, on our 20th anniversary, we're really excited to finally announce our app. So it's coming soon to iPhone and Android, is the Municibid mobile app, which I know a lot of people are excited about. We had a lot of excitement when we announced this on Friday, and definitely excited to get this out. Again, we're kind of in the same boat, waiting on Apple first for their approval, and which should be coming relatively soon. I feel like we're very close with that. So we will let everyone know. You can go to info.municibid.com/municibid-mobile-app. And of course, we have the app or the link in the comments, and we'll link it in the show notes as well. But enter your email address here, and you will be the first to know. That we're going to email the people that have signed up here first to let them know that the app is ready to go. And we're really excited about it.
Yeah, this app is awesome. I feel like it's been a long time coming, but I'm so glad we got it out the door. And also for anybody watching, we're trying to, as Greg mentioned earlier, we want to be as available wherever we can to make sure that you're able to access Municibid and get value out of it, using whichever way you're most familiar and comfortable to do so. So as we continue to build out on places like, Claude, and continue to build out and improve our app. But if there are other places that you want to see us and other ways that we can connect with you and help finding auctions and bringing education of government auctions to the general public even more efficient, please feel free to let us know. Yeah,
definitely. The push notifications are going to be the biggest thing. I think people are really going to like
so too,
because they, of course, it's all customizable, so you can customize what alerts you want to get. But obviously, outbid alerts, closing soon alerts are going to be extremely helpful for people. So Yeah, definitely excited. It does require Municibid account to access. So you'll want to go to municibid.com and sign up for your free account there. And then once you have that, then you'll be able to log in to the app. Again, we think that it's going to be approved here shortly. And once we do, once it is available, we will notify everyone. The Android version will be coming out shortly thereafter. But the iPhone version will be coming first. So if you're on an iPhone in particular, you'll definitely want to make sure that you're notified when the app is available in the App Store. So yeah, definitely excited for this one.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So yeah, that kind of wraps up all the features. I think, let me see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we'll call it 10 and 11 apps or 11 new features over the 20 days of Municibid, which is pretty awesome. So again, big shout out to our development team, Ronald and JP. Ronald joined us on our 20th. They work behind the scenes, but it's nice to have them as part of the live stream on Friday. And yeah, they just do an incredible job behind the scenes, getting all this stuff ready to go, and making sure it works. And these guys are on it. So yeah, big shout out to those guys.
Big shout out to them for sure. And I mean, I think that what's really great is like we've always been building things, whether they're outwardly front facing on the site or on the back end, whether they deal with speed, performance, making a certain task easier to do. It's been really cool to sort of create an events-based launch and anchor these new features to our 20th anniversary. But we're by no means done building new things. We're always building new things, and again, a big part of that is the feedback that keeps coming in from everyone, our sellers and our bidders, who want to see, who have ambitious ideas and goals for what we can do, and we can just about make anything a reality. So yeah, please keep that dialogue open with us. While this has been really exciting to announce these features, again, tied to an event, we're not just anchoring new features based on what is happening historically in the company. We're always looking to improve and build more things moving forward. And we are.
Yeah. Definitely. And then we have one new feature that we're launching today.
Yes.
And excited to announce today that might have already slipped through the cracks. So when you're on Municibid, you'll see initially in the lower left corner, you'll see a little bell icon, and you can move this. If you don't want it in the left corner, you can move it anywhere you want to move it.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, it's really nice. So basically what happens is anytime there's live activity happening, there will be a little pop-up here. We'll see if we get lucky and have something happen while we're demoing this. Actually, let me go back here for a second. That way it's not trying to do it. I think I just accidentally clicked on search. But yeah, so you can easily just turn that off by clicking on it. So you don't, if you don't find these alerts helpful. But basically, yeah, you'll see anytime there's live activity, there'll be a little kind of pop up here. So when there's items closing, bids placed, new listings, things of that nature, it's just kind of a nice thing to show. So as we're going along here, highlighting some of the items that have closed last week and that are closing this week. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Boom. Auction started. Yep. So there you go. And then you can easily just click on these and it'll take you to the auction page itself. So it's really, really kind of a handy feature to have. So.
Yeah, very cool.
Auction started.
What's that?
What did it say? Auction started?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it said. But yeah, so definitely take a look at that. And if you don't find it helpful, you can just go ahead and just turn this off, and then you won't receive those notifications. And again, initially it's down here at the bottom. But if you want it somewhere where it's like a little bit more present, you can just kind of move it around to wherever you want. So yeah, that's our new feature today. I think it's going to be people are going to find that interesting. It's always cool to see like actually some live activity.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
And then when you're logged in as well, it will show you things that you're bidding on and watching as well. So it's that way you can be notified of actual things that you're interested in as well.
Yeah.
And again, we'll probably add some other functionality to it to maybe customize this alert, so you only get the alerts that you want. But right now it's kind of everything, so it's all or nothing at this point. But we will probably add some new features that will allow you to customize that. So stay tuned on that.
Yeah, it's a really great feature.
Yeah. So I thought we would talk about a couple of the items that closed last week that are of note. And starting off, we have this dozer, and this is from Ross Township out in near Pittsburgh. Sold for $221,000. Pretty big unit. I know there was a lot of excitement about this one across our social media accounts. We had this 2017 Isuzu out at Norristown, in Norristown, Pennsylvania. So that sold for $53,000. Let's see. We had another. Actually, we had two. They had two. They had two sweepers. So that I guess they're replacing their sweeper fleet. So that's kind of cool. And this one sold for $42,600. And this Kubota tractor, $26,800. Lots of bidding activity on this one from Hepburn Township out in Cogan Station. Okay, right. Yeah, that's what I figured it was. Kind of central PA. And then who doesn't love a John Deere?
Yeah.
So this one of town of New Boston up in New Hampshire, $24,200. So just a couple highlighted items from last week that have closed.
Yeah, just kind of a footnote to all that stuff. I mean, you probably noticed, if you're watching at home, you notice the theme that a lot of this stuff is coming from the heavy equipment category, from public works or street departments and so forth. While we have auctions running everywhere in the country, we certainly do have a lot of customers that are in areas that really were impacted by a pretty strong winter, where a lot of the surplus was kind of buried, or they had to put it back in the commission. So what's really great for both sellers and buyers to know is that we are seeing more and more of that equipment coming up for sale as the weather has become much better. And it's a great time for sellers if you have been holding on to that equipment or had trouble selling it during the winter. The weather's better. There's a lot of buyers with summer and fall projects that need it and are looking to buy it. And the same thing for buyers. If you're looking for heavy equipment, this sort of spring cleaning of that equipment by our sellers, this is a great time to come and start utilizing a lot of the tools that we've built for you now, with the Chrome extensions, with saving searches, with making sure that you can be up to date and notified on things that you're looking for, because they are. We've already seen a big uptick in heavy equipment. We're going to see a lot more. So yeah, it's a great time to start utilizing some of these tools if you haven't already had the opportunity. They're designed to help you stay ahead of these things and stay on top of them. And there's going to be some really great opportunities for everybody moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. The winter with all the snow in the Northeast, really put things behind on the auction schedule for a lot of the agencies out there. So Jamil, you had some new selling agencies that you wanted to share.
We just always like to give a shout out and a welcome to some of our new customers that have come on board. So we have folks coming from all different places in the country. So just kind of wanted to give a shout out to some of our new sellers that we have. The city of Carterville in Missouri, the village of Brownsville in New York, welcome. The town of Oakham, the highway department there in Massachusetts, Spring Valley Township in Ohio, and then the city of Le Sueur in Minnesota. So new sellers coming from all various places around the country. But at the same time, if you're on the site, you're going to see auctions that are taking place in Virginia, Indiana, Florida, Ohio, Rhode Island. So it's really great to see so many sellers in so many different places, bringing opportunities for government surplus to be available, and also connect neighboring communities to have access to that stuff too. So just a warm welcome with every new seller. You know, we can't express our gratitude more, and we love seeing folks coming from everywhere that they come from, and having the opportunity to earn their business and help them get their stuff sold, and help them connect with communities locally, regionally, and really around the country who have the opportunity to purchase their surplus. So yeah, just a little Monday welcome to some of our new sellers, and looking forward to this week to see more sellers coming on and having the opportunity to welcome them too.
Yeah, and we had a couple of listings start last week from new sellers, their first listings. So we had Town of Hatfield in Massachusetts list this utility body truck. And so that's still closes sometime this week on Friday. And then we have this plow, and you're like probably looking at it like, okay, that's a rusted plow, but I guarantee it's going to sell and someone's going to buy it. So yeah. And that is from Oakham, Massachusetts. So definitely thank you. Welcome to Municibid. We're looking forward to working with all of the new agencies that we welcome. And by the way, we welcome over 500 new governments to Municibid every year. And you know, 20 years in, we're still adding that many governments. Somewhere between or somewhere around 50 governments a month make the switch over to Municibid, which is really exciting. And we're always excited to work with new sellers that are new to our platform, and we, you know, and really show them what the Municibid experience is all about. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for checking in. Hello to you. Please let us know where you're checking in from, and anyone else joining us live, please let us know where you're checking in from. We always love to see where everyone is watching. It's
really cool. Like, I mean, we also can't thank the bidders enough for being part of that process. You know, oftentimes governments will come to us, and it's been someone who's purchased on Municibid before, and they'll roll by a local government and say, hey, I saw this plow truck out there. You know, where are you guys selling it? Have you used Municibid? And they'll, you know, and they kind of works out with a referral too. So, I mean, a lot of that growth is also tied to a lot of the good vibes our buyers are spreading around, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have a bunch of new first-time sellers last week as well, which is really nice. Just a couple items to highlight here. This tractor from Beaver Township in PA. Congratulations on their first Municibid auction sale. And then we have from Endicott College Police Department up in Beverly, Massachusetts, selling this awesome golf cart, all-wheel drive. Nice.
Yeah. Real sweet.
So yeah, thank you. That's a nice first sale for you guys. So yes, thank you. I'm very much looking forward to working with you with you know, more of your surplus. See what else we have here. We have Borough of Seabright over in New Jersey. Again, this is, I mean, maybe even a cooler golf cart. Well, this is kind of like a mule. Yeah, this is a mule. So a little bit, that would be quite the golf cart out on the on the course.
I love it. Almost in that Municibid blue too.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah. Need to pop a Municibid logo on there.
There we go.
But yeah, so thank you, Borough of Seabright. Congratulations on your first listing. And then we have two items this week that are first-time sales coming up. So we have Dallas Area Municipal Authority, and there some lateral lining equipment. So you can see here, which is let's see. That's a pretty big starting price, so we might need to reach out to them. But we'll see.
I think we already did.
we might have already reached out to them. Yeah, especially with only 1 day left. So we'll see what we work on that.
Yeah.
And then Coburn in Coburn, PA. Nice Ford F550 with a plow and spreader. Definitely, obviously, this is a popular one. So we'll see what that ends up selling for. This closes on Thursday. So some pretty cool items closing this week from first-time sellers. So definitely excited about these. But yeah, really excited to welcome all the governments that have joined us, especially recently, and very much looking forward to working with everyone. And as Jamil said, we really appreciate the fact that bidders are participating in these, and that we have the opportunity to share these auction items, and again, let people know that governments have these auction items for sale. So Nancy
100%.
checking in from South Philly. All right.
Nice.
All right.
Our hometown.
I think one of the things, Greg, I put in the queue for you, we had a lot of folks over the last 2 weeks kind of ask us like what we're interested in or something cool that we can see.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe we'll try this as a weekly tradition of Jamil's pick for the coolest item of the week, and then my pick for something I would buy. So this one, the AM General, I always get so pumped when I see Humvees on the site. I don't know what it is. I'm a child of the 90s. I think I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger rolling around in the first civilian Humvee, and I just, was like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I just love when we get to see Humvees on the site. I think they have so much charm. Especially the older ones, I think, are a lot cooler than what you can buy today if you were to buy something new. And just a lot of charm and a lot of character. And I always find that these Humvees have really interesting stories where they end up. They are restored for people's pleasure. They're used on farms. They're really, really durable and versatile vehicles. So I always get excited. Might be the 90s and the Last Action Hero and the child that just gets giddy about these things when I see them. But very cool.
They're cool. Yeah, they're awesome.
Very cool. And then I think everybody knows that while we are always engaged in the site, we know we can't buy anything on the site, but that doesn't mean I wish we can't. So if you can see over my shoulder, I have a piano in the back over there. Every time I see musical instruments, I always think about, oh man, this would be really cool to have. And this is a really, really cool vintage piano. So yeah, every time something like this is really exciting to see. I hope that someone gets a lot of joy out of purchasing this one, and it just looks really, really cool.
Yeah, and they, unfortunately, I guess it really kind of depends. But sometimes these musical instruments go for, a heck of a deal. And so it's a great way to pick up a used instrument. For yourself, or maybe you have a child learning to play piano, for example. But yeah, we get musical instruments all the time that are listed, and it's a great way to get a bargain on these instruments. So
yeah,
definitely. Cool. What do you think? How do you think this first new edition of the live stream went?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
I hope everybody else is getting value out of it. And we'll continue to find more things of value to share as we go along the way. So we appreciate everybody's patience with us. But it's just really cool. I'm glad. I know that live streaming and connecting with our audience and using this avenue has been something that we've been wanting to do. And I'm glad that we had so much fun doing it for the last 2 weeks, that we're continuing onward with it as a weekly way to connect. So
yeah,
it's pretty good.
I think along the way too, we'll also add, just other things. We'll also, add funny stories or things that happened along the week that we can share with you, to make sure that there's things you can laugh at too, not just share information about us.
Yeah, definitely. And we might have surprise guests that come on from time to time as well. Bidders, maybe selling agencies, some other guests. And yeah, so, and we're not sure of the timeline yet. We might try to just keep it to a half hour. Today went a little longer because we wanted to kind of review all the features that we launched over the last 20 days as part of the 20 Days of Municibid. So yeah, we'll probably try to keep the live stream still around a half hour. But again, every Monday, noon Eastern is when we will be live. And like I said, we may go ahead and just edit this down and put that out as our podcast. And so it'll be a much more condensed version, just kind of hitting the highlights and the meat and potatoes of the call. So, or of the live stream. So yeah, we thank everyone who's joined us for our very first new version of our live stream. Municibid Mondays Live is what we'll call it. Unless you guys have a better name for it, please let us know.
That. No, I like Municibid Mondays.
I like that too. Municibid Mondays Live.
Yeah, I think it's cool. So yeah, we'll thank you, Nancy. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, so we'll probably just go with that, and unless some magical name comes about, but well, thank you all for joining us today. We really appreciate it. For those of you joining us live, and for those who are watching the replay, again, if you're not following us, please follow us across any social media at Municibid, and we will see you next Monday. Thank you again.
Have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.